Pew 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 pew. Nailed it. Hello, this is Clifford with Captain Crash Gaming. Welcome back to Destiny 2. Today, we're doing all the quests for week 2 of Season of the Seraph. Now, what we'll be doing today is meeting up with Clovis Bray, his little exosuit, hanging out on the helm. And what he's going to do is he's going to tell us that we need to go and collect more data to put Rasputin, the Warmind, back together. Now, there's going to be several things that we do. One is going to be just like this week's seasonal thing, the battlegrounds on Mars, which is different than last week where we had a different location. This week it's in Mars. And then after that, we're going to have to do it again for some weird reason so that we can get a Seraph chest. And then there'll be a special mission followed by some special dialogue and some stuff from some other characters along the way.
He's lying. That's what he does. That's all he does.
Clovis is the only one who knows how to reintegrate Rasputin with his subminds.
Did he tell you how? Or is he just dangling it in front of you so that you keep him around?
I remember a dinner that ended like this. Elizabeth, you haven't changed a day.
Are you sure he has what you need?
I haven't verified, but
But he's the only hope left. As much as you'd like to deny it, Elizabeth, I'm the best you've got.
Go to hell. I'm here now. We should talk more later, without him around.
I'm sorry you had to see that. They've always been very emotional. Why don't we get down to business? I have found a solution to our submind problem. Your arrogant friend, Osiris, informed me of the time wounds on Mars. Windows into the past, worlds lost to time. And it so happens that Rasputin's mind lab is situated within such a temporal anomaly. Scans indicate that the Charlemagne submind data still exists within the wound's projected time period. Copying it into the engram will provide code fragments we need to restore Rasputin. Go retrieve additional submind data, then return to the Seraph facility. I will guide you to the location of the new launch codes upon your arrival.
Alright, after that little spat going on between Anna and her father, Clovis Bray, what we're going to do is go to the heist battleground on the Mars, which is actually accessible by going to Savathun's throne world. And after you get some evaluation, you'll get that started.
Elsie, good to have you with us. Give us the rundown.
Likewise. Mara tells us the Witnesses soldiers focus on Mars and threaten the submind Charlemagne.
So we kill them and take Charlemagne. Is it any more complicated than that?
Why are you here?
To oversee my project. Our project.
Then fall in line. Anna, it's your command.
By all means.
You're in the thick, Guardian. Hive, taken. Pretty sure they know you're coming now.
Then there's no time to waste.
Alright, and so what we're doing is trying to break into the vault so we can get down there and download some codes. And this very beginning part is actually, it can be kind of hard. It's better if you stick together with the 3 people, or the 2 other people that are in your party, because it randomly assigns you to them. I don't do that, and I have quite the hard time trying to keep up. I go over to A, and this guy goes and does something else. So I recommend that you guys stay together. Otherwise, basically what you do is you go out to A, B, and C. There'll be like some black goo over the nodes that you need to get to. You just got to shoot that off, and then you have to stand really close to it to get the data to start downloading. And when it gets to 100%, you just go to the next one. I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. Yeah, so once you get to them, you'll have to shoot off the goo like this, and then there'll be like a little white circle around it. And you have to be within that circle. It says restoring escalation protocols, which you'll remember was like a little event that you could do on the Mars back in the day. Kind of a cool nod to an old thing that you used to be able to do. And then when it gets to 100%, it'll be done, and then you just have to go do the same thing on the other 2 locations. Just keep note that there's a lot of those purple things that shoot lasers at you, a lot of sword guys, just a lot of things in general, all trying to kill you. It's pretty tough, but I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to the completion. Oh, but first here we are on A, and I figured that I would point out that these like super bosses like this guy show up, and then there's also little ones that do, they sing their song. And while the song of the Bell song, battle song is going on, you won't be able to use your super. So you'll have to go around and kill them. He's over there, he's got like a little marker on him. When you kill him, you'll start generating your super again. So if you're like, why is my super back? That is why. But we just finished getting B. And then we just have to go do the same exact thing on C and A. Luckily in this, the other guys got A. So now we just have to do C, which is, you know, pretty good. And then when it's dead, there's just a little ball's going to drop. And you have to take that ball. And you'll be able to shoot a little laser out that'll allow you to destroy the gunk that's blocking this way to get in here. And then once you're in here, you'll just have this little thing that you drop your ghost off. And then there'll be waves of bad guys that just show up and they're going to try and stop your ghost. And anytime they do stop your ghost, you'll have to come back over here and redeploy it. But other than that, it's just like a bunch of wizards, knights with swords, thralls. They all just, you know, exploding thralls. And they're all just trying to get over to the door that you're trying to get into. That you can see the little progress hacking thing on there. And after what feels like 736 years, you'll only be at 62%. But anyways, yeah, you just keep on killing and killing until that hack progress gets to 100%. And I was just going to show you here in a second. It's going to give you, there it is, a new objective telling you that you have to reestablish the connection. And then you'll just have to run over here and like reuse your ghost on it. And it happens every now and then. You just got to keep doing it. On the actual version, because this is like the story mode version, you just have to stop like the big knights from getting there, and then that won't happen, and it goes a little bit quicker. But for the story mode version, it takes forever. But eventually you'll get a little mission complete, and then you can continue on to the next spot. And the next spot is like a jumping puzzle. You'll have these little lasers that'll immediately kill you. This one, for some reason, I could never get through. I couldn't figure. I'll try using the sword. Like, I don't know how they got across it, but it kills you immediately when you run into it. So it's kind of a pain. If you get lucky, you'll have one of your guys get through and they can just res you, and then you'll be fine. But it's kind of dumb. And then we have like a jumping puzzle to this, where you have those little towers that track you with a laser beam, with a little timer. When the timer gets to 0, they kill you. So just watch out for that. Follow the path that I'm going on right now to get like up to the top of, I don't know, this building that we're on. The whole time you're going to have that little laser thing shooting at you, so just remember to periodically hide behind pillars and stuff so that, you know, it doesn't get you. But you go this way until you can get up here, and then they'll, if you're, you know, with all your guys, you'll have to hit that panel right there and then wait for it to load. But if you don't and you're slow like I am, and they got there before you, they'll just be some dudes to kill, and then you go through the door. And then just like in some of like the previous things that we've had to do for this season, there'll be a left and a right, and you know, hopefully you'll have one person go right, one person go left, and there'll be like a ball that you have to go over there that shoots the little laser beam out of there so you can destroy the seals. So just jump on over here, kill all of the bad guys that you can see, and then grab the ball. And then hopefully don't get sniped. And then when you get back over to this area, you'll just aim it at this door. There's these little seals. There's 5 of them. The other guy got 3 of them. And then the door will open. And then you can continue on to the boss room. Now, the boss room is kind of just like it was before on the last one, where you just got a big bad guy running around with an axe. And then after you get him down to half health, these knights will appear that you just grab their bombs, and then you have to deposit them at this little pillar. And you have to do that 5 times. And then the shield on the boss will go away, and then you'll be able to kill the boss. So just do what I'm doing right now, and depositing those energy things. And then when it's done, you'll get a little talking to from Anna and Clovis Bray. And then what you'll have to do is go back to the helm, and you get all the rest of the story from there.
Submine core seated and locked. Fire team clear for extraction.
What were they doing here with all of this ceremonial paraphernalia?
I've seen this before. A possession. To install a hive soul in place of the Warmind's AI.
The Elixni believe machines have spirits. Red certainly feels alive.
Ridiculous.
You're one to talk.
We are not a clever sequence of logic, Elizabeth. Our minds are human.
Well, hers is.
Alright, and before we continue on to the next part, I'm going to just say, if you like this video so far, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment down below on how you're thinking about the season of the Seraph so far. The story's kind of interesting. It's been a while since we've gotten anything to do with the Warmind, so that's pretty cool. And subscribe if you like Destiny and you want to see more content and more other video game content. So what we have to do now is actually just do another one. So the next quest is to unlock a Seraph chest, which is like the special chest that unlocks at the end of the heist missions, and you get like keys from doing, you know, Crucible and everything else. So I'm just going to skip immediately to the end of that. I'm just going to skip over it and get right into the next part, which is like a mission that you have to do. It's actually in the bottom right, kind of hidden from you all the way down there. It says Warmind Launch Facility, and then Operation Diocles. And it's kind of similar to the last one. I have a video on that. You can go check that out if you want, if you missed stuff from week 1 of Season of the Seraph.
I've rerouted power to the launch security systems. We're clear to commence today's operation. Gain access to the facility and secure the launch codes.
One snag. Looks like the Hive have sealed the bunker entrance we used last time. Head to the launch facility roof. We should be able to make an entrance up there.
So this one starts off kind of like the last one, where it starts off in this open field here, and you have those towers shooting the little laser beams at you, and then you have to make it to an entrance into like the Warmind bunker. But this one's like up on top of the building, and it actually took me a second to figure that out, and I actually get killed by the laser beam thing here in a second. Stupid laser. Yeah, there it is. But anyways, while you're dodge, dip, dive, ducking, and dodging away from all the laser beams, you have to figure out how to get up. The like arrow says to go right here. There's just a wall. It took me forever to figure out that you have to climb on top of to get up there. So there's like these, you can go down jump on the rocks right here, after you find a spot to hide from the lasers. But yeah, you go up here, and then you'll find like an entryway into the Warmind place, and then you have to, you know, just progress through it like normal. Alright, here we are, we got inside. Yeah, so there's more laser beams that try to kill you. Just jump around them so that they don't kill you, and then you'll get into another like drop down. There's a lot of drop downs into the Warmind vault, and then when you're down here, it'll be a series of kill everybody in this room, and then when they're dead, you can progress on to the next room. So you just kill everything in a room, it'll open a door, kill everything in the room, and you do that like 2 or 3 times, I believe. And then when you do that, you'll have to do the boss room, which is actually kind of tough-ish. I feel like it could be hard. I did it first try, but I feel like it could be a struggle point. So what you do is when you get to this spot, it'll introduce you into shooting these crystals. We've seen it before. It's a mechanic that Destiny likes to use. Eventually, one of these big wizards will appear, and when you kill him, you can destroy the crystals and then progress into the next room where you just have to do that again. Yeah, just kill everything you can until the wizard shows up, and then when the wizard shows up, you can use your mighty sword to kill it, and then destroy all 3 of the crystals, and then you have to do it one more time. I don't know why it wants you to do it so many times, but you have to do the same thing in the boss room. There'll be 2 wizard bosses that you have to kill, and as you get their health down, they'll get a invincible shield, and then eventually you'll have to kill the crystals to get the shields to come off of them. But here we are. That's the last one. You'll get the little banner, and then you can continue on to the boss room. And the boss room's got the Shriekers. I recommend taking them out first because they are pain, and this is a no respawn area, so if you die, you have to restart it. But you have these two really big wizards. There's two in the room, and once you get them down to about half health, they'll get the shield just like that. And then there's the other one. Oh, another thing to note is as you're damaging, but more of the shriekers will open up, and then you'll have to kill them too. There it is. So once she's there, she has her shield, then that shrieker goes off, and then you'll notice the crystals. There's 3 all the way in the entire thing, and then once they're gone, their shields will come down. You'll remind them why you're called Captain Crash, and then a bunch of dudes spawn. There's actually quite a bit of dudes. Kill the last shrieker, and then it's just kill everybody in the room so that you cannot die as you try to kill the last boss. There she is. And when she dies, you'll get some story.
Security network is operational. I detect no changes to the underlying system architecture. I've secured the launch authorization codes, but it appears they are encrypted. This encryption method is superb. I will need time to fully decrypt them. Any launch will need to wait.
Got it. In the meantime, I'll ping some of the old decommissioned bunkers here to cover our tracks, because I just got word that there's a catch inbound. We don't want to still be here when it lands.
Okay, and that is all of that mission. And so what you're going to do now is you're going to go to the helm, you're going to talk to Anna, you're going to talk to Clovis Bray, and then you'll have a recording. And I'm going to go ahead and shut up for that part and just let you watch the rest of that if you so please. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching.
First fragments are bonding to Red's code nicely. The plan's risky, but I'll be damned. Clovis wasn't lying. When I first woke up, I wasn't lost. I was wayward in the best way. Just my ghost and a name on a badge. I imagined us Brays using reason to find right. Lone lights exploring the vast frontier, you know? I was proud of that fantasy. I modeled myself after it. Fantasies, all it was, obviously. I mean, you've met Clovis. He's a walking, talking embodiment of necessary evil. I miss Risk being a dark cave in the wilderness. Danger, or Golden Age tech. Balancing that tipping point was straightforward. Now it's less defined. And Risk is measured in the inches before Clovis's knife finds my back. I know it's coming, eventually. But if it means getting Red back, I'll manage the risk.
Not only did Rasputin change the launch codes, but it encrypted the new ones as well. Impressive. One can never be too cautious when keeping secrets. Some information is far too dangerous to remain freely accessible. I've hidden many things from my family, for their own sake. I can appreciate Rasputin's decision to do so as well. But that does not change our objective. We must wrest control of the Warsats for the good of humanity. I will begin decrypting the launch codes to the orbital station. Continue gathering submine data and reintegrating it into the engram. When the time comes, Rasputin will be made to listen to, regardless of the secrets it keeps.
But she doesn't listen. I try to get through to her, show her the logical consequences of her choices. Then she digs her heels in, and the more I push, the harder she pushes back, even when she knows she's wrong.
Siblings, hmm?
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have thrown all that on you.
How long have we known each other, Elsie?
It's hard to really say. With how many times we've been down this road, it feels like forever. But I think... years. Years.
And in all that time, I've only known you as a dedicated sister. Anna's known you for far less. You remember your childhood, the bonds you formed, the trust you built together. She doesn't have that. Anna can't understand the depth of your love or the guilt you carry for your missteps. All she knows is what's in front of her, and that kills you, little by little. You gaze at her and a ghost gazes back. A ghost you desperately want to save.
That's the point, isn't it?
You have to let people choose for themselves, or you risk driving them down an even darker path than the one you want to steer them from. And we both know how that ends.